Hey guys, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with a reading for Aquarius, represented here by the Star card. Alright, this message is going to be a general message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and any other placements that you think are significant. Spirit, what messages do we have for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and any other significant placements? What messages do we have for Aquarius today? Oof, I feel like a little bit of a, not chills, but it was kind of like this up my back a little bit, like I don't know, rising energy or something. All right, messages for Aquarius. Too far from about and around Aquarius. Too far from about and around Aquarius. What are the most important messages, Spirit? Too far from about and around Aquarius for the next few weeks. This reading should take you into, should take you to the end of Virgo season, and then to the beginning, the first couple of weeks of Libra season. All right. What are the most important messages? Too far from about and around Aquarius. Too far from about and around Aquarius at this time. Too far from about and around Aquarius. What are the messages for Aquarius at this time? Thanks, Spirit. All right. Let's see here. What does Aquarius need to know for their best and highest good at this time? Moving forward, what does Aquarius need to know for their best and highest good at this time and moving forward? Okay. We got the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Hermit, the Devil, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Tower, the Justice card, and the Page of Cups, with Temperance as the overall energy. Sagittarius also got Temperance as their overall energy. So if you have any Sagittarius placements, I recommend watching that video. It was uploaded yesterday. Okay, let's see what I can see here. Actually, let me clarify Temperance before. Why is Temperance the overall energy? Why is Temperance the overall energy for Aquarius? Why is Temperance the overall energy for Aquarius at this time? It looks like there is forward movement here, but I think it's happening probably at a more gradual pace. I got the Tower right under the Devil, and that's really interesting energy. We got the Page of Pentacles, we got the Knight of Cups, and we have the Empress here. So somebody might be coming in with an offer of love, possibly even an engagement to somebody who they have a child with. So the masculine energy might be wanting to get into a higher level of commitment with someone that they have a child with. But that process might be slower than what you anticipated. Now, this is not the message for everybody. That's just a little message that I got from clarification. But really what I'm getting here is like there's abundance coming in, romance specifically, or some really genuine friendships coming in for you. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles talks about firm foundations, building a solid foundation upon which you can grow. It also talks about holding back and being miserly, reserving your time, your efforts, your energy. We also have kind of that miserly energy with the Hermit card here at the top right. Okay, so there's something here that maybe you were avoiding moving forward with, okay? But I think now that you've had some time, it almost looks like forced time of self-reflection. With this Tower being here, connected to the Eight of Wands and the Hermit, it looks like you've had a breakthrough. And this breakthrough has come either in Virgo season, which is represented by the Hermit card, or it's come through you kind of withdrawing yourself. It could be that you're working from home. There's something here about avoiding work or the workplace, or avoiding doing some kind of work. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel like this message is a little bit, not chaotic, it's just very complex. And I'm trying to understand what's actually going on before I start talking too fast and start talking too much. Because I don't want to get started down the wrong track here. Yeah, I'm just seeing like there's some sort of breakthrough for you that's happening. I feel like you may have been forced to spend some time alone. It could be that you even lost your job in a very peculiar way. Aquarius, I'm not really sure what's going on, but it's like you were taken out of some sort of situation, that you were like actively putting effort and work towards, right? You were putting your best foot forward. I feel like you were taken out of that situation, possibly by some things that were that some things that came to light. So this could have been you voluntarily taking yourself out of some sort of situation after receiving confirmation of something. And the reason why I'm getting some feeling of confirmation is because we have the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Justice card here. And the Tower card is right next to the Justice card. So there was some truth about some situation that was revealed to you, okay? And it has forced you into this kind of hermit mode, into kind of a more independent energy where you can kind of reflect on your own stuff. I feel like you are being very reserved as far as your energy and going out. Right underneath the Four of Pentacles, we have the Fool here, okay? I'm not necessarily getting, let's take a risk. I mean, let's jump out and take a risk. What I'm getting here is like, there's this hesitation. Because I feel like something has come to light, or maybe you've realized something about the situation in which you were trying to work towards and moving towards that wasn't necessarily healthy. Possibly even how you may have been sabotaging that situation, okay? So you may have, okay, like let's say this is a relationship. I'm just going to try to relate the energy the best that I know how, because I'm going to be honest, you guys, this is a really complex message for me right now. So basically, it's like, if you were in a relationship with someone, let's say for those of you who have a child with someone else, if you were in a relationship with your co-parent or your spouse at the time, whatever they might have been to you, you may have been, you may have broken up with them, or you may have been forced out of the home or forced into a situation where you had to be alone. It's like being away and being on your own. And now it's like you're realizing the value of having those people around you, or being in that environment and working on the things that you need to work on. It may be that you were like refusing to accept something about your shadow side or something about your shadow nature. It could be hyper independence, okay? That's kind of what I'm seeing here with the Devil, the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. I think you're getting into a healthier state of independence and learning how to be interdependent. It's almost like you don't want to lose your individuality, or you don't want to lose what makes you fun or what makes you interesting. And like almost like you want to stay in this state of things being new. It could be that you got into this doesn't even have to be anybody you have a child with. It's just the Empress is just the mother, and divine feminine energy could be mother energy as well. But the Empress just could be the feminine energy. And I feel like either you're stepping back into your feminine energy after a bout of hyper independence, or you're approaching a feminine energy that you had a connection with. And this doesn't mean male, female. This is not gender specific. It's just the energy of the reading. There are masculine and feminine energies, and I will read to those. So, with the Devil going to the Eight of Wands to the Nine of Pentacles, I just feel like you're realizing that there's a healthier way to be independent. That hyper independence thing is a trauma response, I think, and that could be why this Seven of Swords is here. Because I'm not getting this Seven of Swords as if somebody did something to you. It's almost like you're avoiding working on the things that are contributing to your shadow. And I feel like you possibly even recently had an epiphany about the things that you even need to work on in order to be a better partner, a better lover, a better co-parent, a better spouse, a better friend, and things like that. I feel like what you're learning is like, you trying to do everything on your own and be everything on your own, and I don't need nobody, and all that kind of energy is actually really detrimental to your growth. I think that you're understanding that you feel more in this Nine of Pentacles energy when you're surrounded by people and things that you love, right? With this Temperance card, this indicates healing. It also indicates giving yourself a little bit of grace as you move forward with this Eight of Wands at the center of the spread. As you move forward, as you're having these breakthroughs, right? Don't try to do... I don't know why this is coming up, but it's like, don't try to do all your healing at once. This is a gradual process. This is understanding what triggers you, what aspects of your shadow are kind of holding you back and hindering you, possibly even sabotaging your success and your forward movement in your relationships. For some reason, I don't see the Two of Cups, but I really feel like this is a social situation. And not necessarily social as in like a bunch of people are involved, but I feel like social as in this has to do with friends, or this has to do with a specific romantic relationship, or a very important relationship with point in your life in which you receive a lot of support from this person. I feel like what was happening is that you were taking this person or this situation for granted, and you were forced out of it. Whether it was by your own hand or the other person's hand, you were forced out of this situation. And then you were forced to realize the ways in which you were sabotaging your own movement forward. Typically, I don't have to clarify too much. When I've been doing these readings, I haven't had to clarify too much. But I do want to clarify a little bit for you guys, because I feel like there is something, and it's possible that you're just reserving your energy from this reading. I might be tapping into something that you didn't necessarily want to be confronted with. You know, that can happen. So, Spirit, can we clarify the Justice card here, please? And I also feel like you owe somebody an apology, or somebody will be apologizing to you unexpectedly. But I more so feel like it's you. I think you're realizing that whatever this situation is, yeah, you owe somebody an apology. The cards that flipped, you could be dealing with another air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But yeah, we got the Two of Cups and we have the Queen of Swords. Honestly, I feel like maybe for those of you who are in your feminine energy, I feel like you came across cold, very harsh. You might have exchanged really harsh words with somebody. For those of you who are in your masculine, the person that you're in a relationship with could have really cut you off cold. Like, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. I'm not dealing with your attitude. I'm not dealing with this stuff anymore. You act like you don't need anybody, then fine. Go off and be on your own. Do your own thing. You don't need me then, right? So the Justice could be that this person cut you off. The Justice could be that this person finally spoke their truth, and they're helping you to understand that, hey, maybe you need to soften up a little bit. Maybe you need to open up a little bit more. You know, the relationships that you're in aren't going to stay in the rose-colored goggles phase for too long. That phase does end. It's like the puppy love phase of any relationship. That will run out. And you can't just keep jumping from relationship to relationship, friendship to friendship, and then bailing when things get too real. That's kind of what I see here. It's like as soon as, and there maybe was a situation where, I don't know why this is coming to me. There may be a situation where you ask this person to help you in a specific way and they couldn't. Or maybe this is a pattern for you where you finally open up enough to ask someone for help and maybe they make you feel bad about it. Or they said that they can't do it. Even if they really wanted to, they said that they can't do it. And maybe you're internalizing that as some sort of rejection. I'm not really sure why I'm getting that. But there is definitely a message here about hyper-independence, okay? And moving forward from that, okay? And obviously, with this Queen of Swords, for those of you who are in the feminine, it is kind of like that I don't need no man, right? I don't need no masculine. I can do it on my own. And really, we are here to learn and to grow, okay? And iron sharpens iron. So being in a relationship with somebody who can reflect back to you, right? Iron, who can reflect back to you the things in which you need to work on so that you can heal, so that you can really accept love in a way that is more beneficial to your life and more satisfying, right? Because I feel like the thing is I feel like you're craving intimacy. I feel like you don't necessarily like it when everything stays at the page phase. I think you do crave intimacy. I think you are wanting somebody that you can go to when you need something. And I think you're realizing that whoever this is that you separated yourself from, whether this is a romantic or platonic relationship, was actually somebody who wants to be there for you. It's just possible that maybe when you needed something from them at that time, they could not give it to you, okay? Just because you finally broken down your barriers and you ask and you put yourself out there doesn't mean that somebody's entitled to give you exactly what you want, exactly how you're asking for it. People can only do the best they can with what they have at the time. And I think that's where you need to be giving other people a little bit more grace, for sure. So I think that maybe rekindling some sort of relationship here with your feminine energy, or with your feminine in the 3D, the external feminine outside of you. So with the Page of Pentacles, this talks about good news, right? This talks about maybe sending a text message, maybe an invitation. There might be something, an invitation coming up for like a shared friend. Okay, so if you recently separated yourself from somebody, you guys could have a lot of friends in common. Typical for people in relationships to create friendships with each other's friends. There might be some sort of celebration coming up. Obviously, the Empress energy is like Libra energy to me. So I think maybe as Libra season comes in, you'll be feeling less like a recluse, okay? Less hermetic, okay? Less miserly with your time and your energy. And you'll be feeling the love a little bit more. So for those of you who aren't necessarily going back to anybody or trying to rekindle anything, this just could be like, maybe you need Libra season to kind of unlock that romance a little bit for you. I need you to understand, like, as your fellow air sign, right? Libra season should already be something that you kind of vibe with already. But I think it will be extra special if you continue just allowing yourself and giving yourself that grace to move on from the person that you were, right? Not being afraid to ask for help, not being afraid to invite someone on a date, even if you're afraid of rejection, not being afraid to open up to a level that makes you feel a little uncomfortable, because in discomfort there is growth. I'm not saying in suffering there is growth. There is growth in suffering, but I'm not saying you should voluntarily, offer yourself up to suffer. I'm just saying there is a certain growth that can only happen in discomfort. And I think that you're realizing that your life is a lot better for you when you're open to the people around you. There's just something about feeling the love and letting the love in, or something. There's something about this here. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go here. I'm gonna pull an affirmation for you guys to wrap up the reading. I hope that this was helpful. It was pretty complex for me, considering that it's just a general reading. But there's obviously some work that you're doing. And I just feel like it has to do with something about being too independent. I dropped this card. Okay. Limitless. Each day I attract limitless opportunities to create harmonious relationships in all aspects of my life. You are part of creating the harmony in your relationships. And I think you just realizing that being in a relationship or being in relationship to other people doesn't necessarily mean that you're losing yourself. You truly are limitless, right? You are capable of so much growth and so much expansion. And if you really want these people in your life, then you'll be willing to sacrifice that kind of wound up, bound tight energy. Let the love in. Let people love you. And don't be afraid to ask for the love that you need. All right, Aquarius, I hope that this was helpful. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Help my little channel grow. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.